Kevin Barrett, Sevens magician, back at the club, back in the shirt after supposedly retiring after his final season with Exeter, giving it one more blast. Stanley having been fed by Ransom, and this is Tanguy Thakimbao. Oh, if he scores here, that'll be a brilliant score. Jack Wilson was on hand, but his foot was just in touch. Not Wilson's, but Tanguy Thakimbao.
Let's watch his feet closely. No, he's not, is he?
Now there's much more of a physical element to it, and you know, the onus goes to the attacking side as well, really.
Here is Higgins, wearing a shirt occupied by Joel Hodgson last Friday evening. The young fly half has got a sore back. Taken away beautifully by Harris. Man who's come in for Warren Fury, and he's really taken his opportunity. What about the pace of Chris Harris? He's a fullback in the 15-a-side game, and you can see why he's really impressed Dean Richards in pre-season training. Saracens, the inaugural winners of the JP Morgan Sevens when it was first held in 2010. Finalists a year later. Once again expected to be there or thereabouts at the end of this evening. We're going to have to come from behind here. This is Ben Ransom, beautiful runner with the ball in hand. He's being caught up by Chris York, and he needed support from Jack Wilson. And as much as they've scored the try, it might have been a 7-pointer, but the defensive work of Chris York means that it'll probably be just the 5 points in the end.
Saracens on the score sheet.
It's Harris he beats, though, isn't it, Lawrence, in the midfield? And at that situation, he was actually running down a blind alley. There was nowhere to go, but there was no communication from York on the outside. Harris couldn't push forward and step in, and that's what resulted, like you said earlier on in the night. You get broken through the middle, very difficult to stop the end result being a try.
Tricky game for Saracens, their first game, because Newcastle have had the benefit of getting that that initial game under their belts, really.
They're on the way to scoring another try here with Sam Stanley, 21-year-old. Uncle Joe's a bit of an All Black legend. One or two of you will recall the World Cup winner from 1987. Chip off the old block.
Yeah, it was a good restart, actually, that got it going. I think Higgins is looking around as if it's someone else's fault. But it's the height of that restart gives the players time to get under the ball. And then as it comes wide, Higgins doesn't get in the line. He drops back, creating a dog leg. And then he's got no one on the outside as well. Catterick, the sweeper, can't do anything.
He used to be on Saracens' books before a knee injury frustrated his ambitions, but he's back with the club again tonight. Luke Baldwin, young scrum half. One of the try scorers, Sam Stanley, might have opted to throw it to the left-hand side instead, showing some of the midfield ambition that his uncle used to show. He thought he'd go on his own, but that is his. Saracens will still score with Baldwin. Limited opportunities last season behind Neil de Kock and Richard Wigglesworth.
You know, Stanley looks to have all the skills required. Great step, thought he might make it himself, gets hauled down. I think the referee was playing penalty advantage for Newcastle, not releasing, and eventually Baldwin gets over for the key crucial score.
Penalty advantage, clear release. Clear release. Thank you, I've got it on. Here, thank you, play on.
Newcastle pressing with Andy Davis and looking likely with Sean Brown, and scoring with Simon Hammersley.
It was nice footwork, wasn't it, from Brown in the end? He got through the channel with his footwork, set up the last defender. As you see here, the 3-on-2 in the wide, lovely time pass. So the footwork sits the last defender down, and it's impossible for Martian to get her back out to the tackle. Well worked try.
This is Davis, and they're giving it some width here with Hammersley, who has impressed when we've seen him over the course of the two nights of these sevens that the Falcons have been involved. Here goes Brown again. If he evades the clutches, he'll score. Collins was up in support. Davis, interesting. Fitzpatrick, they really ought to score. They've got a man over in the skipper, Tom Catterick, and the captain will have the final word. It'll be in a losing cause, but that says everything about their character.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. And this guy, Catterick's really impressed, as is Hammersley for Newcastle. The ball comes wide to the wide channel. Hammersley throws really a difficult pass off his back foot. Manages to get it there. Catterick gets caught a little bit in two minds, but deserves that try. Over the 2 nights we've seen him, he's, I think, for me, been Newcastle's best player.
Yes, Niels Mort and Joe Shaw will be happy enough with their opening match here at the Rec. Team that won this tournament for the first time back in 2010. We'll now have a final game against Gloucester to decide who goes on to play Leicester